Yo, what's going on, everyone? This is TallMountain here, chilling like always, bringing you guys Show Me Your Guns Episode 1, kicking it Modern Warfare 3 style. You guys know how this works, but if you don't, this is a series where I cycle through all the guns in the game, and it's perfect for MW3 because a lot of you guys don't know a lot about the guns in this game, so I'll help you out, give you guys my opinion. I'm switching it up a little bit, though. I am going to obviously do the same thing, give you guys 3 gameplays in one. Try to get as many gameplays as I can for you guys to watch with as many different guns as you can. But in this, for Modern Warfare 3, since a lot of you guys obviously probably won't use most of the guns, I'm going to give you guys a little like 1 to 10 scale, kind of 10 being, you should definitely use it, and 1 being you shouldn't, and I'll explain why. And I feel like it'll help a lot of different people who are still searching for that perfect gun for them out there, because there is a gun for everyone. It's just finding the one that fits you best. So first gameplay goes to the first gun in the game, which is the M4 assault rifle. Kicking it with red dot sight. That's how I always work. Just a regular red dot sight. I'm not really a fan of any of the other kinds of red dot sight, except the, I think it's the Target U. That's the only one I actually like. But aside from that, this is what I'm using. M4 red. Look at this camper. Oh my god. M4 red dot sight. Assassin, sleight of hand, and stalker. I have been using assassin. A lot of you guys know. And here you're gonna see I do switch to my gold UMP, and only because I wanted to take out air support. But don't worry about that. I know that I'm using it in here, but I will talk about the M4 a lot. The M4 is it's actually very consistent damage wise. It was very consistent damage wise like in MW2. It's pretty much the same damage output, I would say, in this game than it was in MW2. It's pretty powerful. I'm not taking anything away from it. The only problem that I find with the M4 is that it's very inconsistent, and what I mean by that is that it sometimes it kills with a set amount of bullets and some other times it doesn't, and that can kind of get you frustrated, especially if you're looking towards that consistency. For me, personally, since I use the UMP a lot in this game, I know exactly how many bullets it's supposed to take to kill somebody. So when it doesn't, that kind of frustrates me, but that's just my personal opinion. I think it's very good if you run low kill streaks, because you will, kill people very quickly. Although the one thing that I do find that is kind of bad with it is it's very difficult to drop shot with it. It kind of feels like the animation takes a lot longer than it should. And this gameplay is sped up crazy, as you can see. It's actually 3 times speed. This is a 3-minute, obviously, video on the M4, but this gameplay took 9 minutes. So, I had to speed it up 3 times just so that you guys obviously weren't watching a 9-minute commentary on me doing pretty much the same thing. But I feel like it's a perfect gun for this map, just because you can use your surroundings very well in order to kind of get around things and be accurate. It's an accurate gun. It wasn't meant for strength. So that's just my personal opinion. Scale out of 1 of 10, I'd probably give the M4 a 7, just because it is useful. Second gun now, bringing up the M16 on Dome. This was just a terrible map selection for this gun. I wouldn't ever use the M16 on this gun. This map is pretty much just meant for submachine gun. It's obviously a very close range map, and so the M16 is obviously not the gun of choice in this map. But for those of you guys who don't know, the M16 is obviously like the one from MW2, 3 burst round assault rifle. In my mind, they nerfed this gun like crazy, and I don't know if it's just my feeling on it, but I think that this gun, by far, out of all the guns that I've tried, I've already saved 6 or 7 gameplays for Show Me Your Guns. This one is by far the most inconsistent gun in the game. As you can see, sometimes I'm one bursting people. One burst people means that you fire 1 burst of your gun, 3 bullets in the chest, and you kill somebody. But it's like other times I'll put 2 or maybe 3 and they won't die, and I just feel like it's extremely inconsistent, and it's more inconsistent in this game than in MW2. Now the problem with the M16 in this game is that it's not really the most prominent burst fire assault rifle. Obviously in MW2 as well there was the FAMAS, and in this game there's the Type 95. So if you're going to pick a burst fire weapon, you're not going to go to the M16. It feels very underpowered, it feels very slow, and on my scale of 1 to 10 for this gun in particular, I would probably give it a 1 to a 2, just because, not because of pure, use of it. I do pretty well in this game with it. I'm not taking anything away from that. It's just that if you're going to pick an assault rifle that is a burst fire weapon in this game, you may as well just go with a Type 95. It's faster, it's stronger, and so that's just my personal opinion about it. I definitely wouldn't be using this gun if it was me. If this was going to be how I was going to run in the game, I would definitely not pick the M16. It's not a gun that I would recommend at all, especially for a map like this. Like I said, it's very slow firing, and that kind of really is not good for maps that are very tight tight packed, close knit. This map is obviously the most tight packed one in the game. This is obviously like a little, like, I like to call it a remake of Rust, but a better remake of Rust. A more realistic remake of Rust. So this gun, I completely don't recommend it for any maps in general. This was actually the first game I've ever used it in, and I kind of just didn't want to ever use it again after this, because I've kind of moved away, like I've said in my Modern Warfare 2 videos, from burst fire weapons. But if I'm ever going to use them, then I would use the Type 95 in this game. That gun is just way too powerful to ignore, and it's just way better than this gun could ever be. So I don't really see anybody really using this gun realistically, unless they rebuff it. Maybe then. But like I said, M16 on the scale of 1 to 10, 10 must, is a must use. 1 isn't. I would definitely give this like a 1 or a 2. I would say that it's not a gun that you should run around with, especially in tight maps like this. And last and definitely not least is the Scar H running around. And if you guys didn't notice, all of these gameplays are free for all. I am running the Scar H with the heartbeat sensor. Now the heartbeat sensor is a very interesting attachment in this game. Purposely, just because it's a lot slower than it was in MW2. Like you won't have that guy on radar as consistently on your heartbeat sensor as you did in MW2. So it kind of feels a little pointless, especially with everyone nowadays running around with Assassin, and Assassin obviously takes off you being noticed by the heartbeat sensor. Which is why I'm actually running Assassin, is because I was showing up on everybody's heartbeat sensor and they were all killing me extremely fast, and it was getting me very, very frustrated. But that's why I run the heartbeat sensor, just for those 1 or 2 people, that don't show up on heartbeat sensor, who can, give me easy kills to get me UAVs, predator missiles, attack helicopters. Because once I feel like I get the attack helicopter, I pretty much feel like it's a wrap in the game. Unless, obviously the team takes down air support very well, which, it does happen in about 50% of games where they do really take down air support with an extreme consistency. And those are the games that you really do have to, watch out for. Those are the games that can really affect your KD ratio. Now, this was really interesting. I actually ran out of Scar H ammo, and I picked up another Scar H silencer. So it's just funny how those things work out. It's like the guns wanted me to continue using it for this series. But the Scar H, I would say that it's a relatively powerful gun. Now, if you are going to run it, I would recommend 3 attachments for it. I know obviously heartbeat sensor is an acquired taste. It's something that I have become very used to, but it's not something that I would recommend to a lot of different people, just because I don't feel like a lot of people would enjoy using it. But the top attachments that I would probably say to use for this gun are definitely either silencer or red dot sight. I feel like the red dot sight is actually completely changed in this game. Obviously it's not anything different, but I feel like it in this game, out of all the other COD games that I've ever played, red dot sight helps more in this game, on specific guns, and it just makes them so much more accurate. And I don't know if that's just my personal opinion or that's just things that I've noticed. But it's definitely something that you guys have to be aware of, especially with this all corner camping thing going on in MW3 right now. It's very irritating to be inaccurate, especially when you have a guy in your sights and you can't kill him. So that's why I would highly recommend red dot sight on this gun. This gun is extremely powerful. It is very obviously a lot of the guns that you see in MW3 are very reminiscent of the guns in MW2. And the Scar H was deemed like one of the most overpowered guns in MW2. So I would say, I'm definitely not saying that it's overpowered, but I would definitely say that it is a pretty powerful gun, and I would highly recommend it. Probably 7, 8 out of 10. If you're looking for a good, decent assault rifle with amazing range and good damage output. Now, that's just my personal opinion. A lot more of these Show Me Your Guns episodes to come. This is something that I really want to do. Have a great day, everyone. Peace.